Critter. Y'all know the vibes. Critter bang, critter bat, critter bat. You know the vibes with me, man. I pray, I pray, I pray. Back on my back on my You already know the vibes, chat. We here, big stream vibes. Man, I'm trying to be consistent for y'all. Feel me? I said I was gonna come on here, do my stream stuff, get on the game. We live. So can't nobody say I ain't consistent. Can't nobody say I ain't putting in. I'm putting on. Feel me? Shout out to the Twitch viewers. Feel me? We back on the Twitch now. You know what I mean? Cause I abandoned Twitch for a little minute. You feel me? I really was fucking with the YouTube and all that, but I said, nah, I gotta get back, man. Can't keep abandoning this Twitch, bro. You know what I mean? So definitely gotta get on my shit. Yeah, like, hold on, chat. I'm trying to see what the stream looking like for my phone. I don't know why I can't see myself. Yeah, it's like I can hear myself on the Twitch, but I can't see myself on the Twitch. I'm literally on my phone checking right now, chat. I'm gonna try to restart my phone. Yeah, like that's weird. I'm trying to understand, chat. I don't know. Maybe it probably, but it's like, nah, why I can't see though? I'm trying to make sure that the Twitch family could see me. Like, gotta take care of little bruh and them. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, this shit blowing my door on the Twitch. Let me check the tube. I know we valid on the tube. That's what's so crazy. Yeah, this shit blowing my dough on the Twitch. Yeah, like we valid on the tube. I know we valid on the tube. That's what's so crazy.
Go to Diddy's Twitter. For the very first
Where the
time
love go? Where the
since 2024, he tweeted out a meme coin. I know, some of y'all might be like, what the fuck is that? Now, the way it
fire?
works with meme coins, by the way, this thing has like about like $50 million market cap, which means how it kind of works, these things are kind of almost like quasi scams. The rug pulls for the most part. Diddy or his sons, it looked like it's his sons because it says we love you, Pops. It looked like they're making it clear that his sons or his kids have done this on his behalf. They've launched a coin, a meme coin called Diddy. Okay? What that means is that based on the market cap, which is about like $50 million, I would imagine that they've gotten at least $10 to $15 million extracted from this. And the deal that they did with, supposedly this guy named Sahil, which he does all the infamous joints. Diddy, I know we look at him as a billionaire. He's made $1 billion from Diageo, this and third. But again, you're paying all these lawyers. You also paid Cassie allegedly $30 million. Man, money is just going. It's hemorrhaging. Also, let's be honest, with all due respect to Justin Combs, Christian Combs, and the Jones and other people, and even the mom, Diddy still got to pay bills for these people. Ain't nobody lifestyle is gonna be. They're not living in a hut. Everybody's still living in mansions. Still got 5 cars. Everybody's still having a really luxurious experience, while Diddy can't really make money. So for the first time ever, we saw Diddy put out a coin. I think they probably extracted about $50 million out of that. I think all that money is going to be used to funnel into his legal defense and trying to get him out of jail. And that this is the first time I've ever saw maybe Diddy is being financially worried about his future. Because remember, he had sold one of his cribs and he was selling the plane. The plane was going to get sold for like 50 or 60 million, and one of his cribs was going to get sold for about 20 to 30. So we were thinking he was liquidating about like 80 to 90 million, but it goes to show how expensive this is. Here's the thing too. When you're now being charged with crimes that carry a life sentence, the lawyers ain't trying to get. I know y'all think these lawyers love these people. They don't. They're going to look at you to say, this shit carries a life sentence. Whatever you got in your piggy bank, that should be ours if we could keep you free. They're not giving them no discount. They ain't like, oh no, you're going to get out. If you get out, you do some fucking Harlem Shakes. No. Pay us. So, reasonably, I think tens of millions of dollars is going into his legal defense, not only on the criminal side, but also on the civil side. And when I see Diddy in the midst of jury selection launch a coin, which supposedly his kids are behind, but it's launched on his account. Look, it even says, it says right here, King Combs. Who's J. Dior? That's Justin Combs. Look, right? Justin Combs. And then it says Diddy Beams, right? The official. You know what that tells me? They're trying to make sure they have some liquid cash to keep paying these attorneys and hoping that this trial, which is going to take place, if you ask me, it could last up to 3 to 4 months. I don't think it's going to last that long. I think about 70 to 80 days, I think this will be completed. But it shows that Diddy is trying to get cash on hand. And that's a little bit interesting, because why the hell would you launch a meme coin during jury selection? Why? Remember, his account hasn't tweeted since February 4th, 2024. So a year after he hasn't tweeted anything, he's locked up. His kids tweet out a meme coin. By the way, the market cap, look, let's Google it. Market cap for Diddy. Here we go. Is it this? Is it Rugderate? Oh, no, I don't think this is it. Oh my god, my fucking dog is crying like a much is you know, without me even like, because you got to go into this meme coin shit. I don't want to do it. Apparently, from what I saw before, the market cap was around like 50 million. I think they got about 15 million. It tells me that Diddy is very money conscious, and probably they did this move to make sure they had liquid cash on hand for additional things they might need during the trial. More investigators, more lawyers, things to make things go away. Also, we hear about there's a witness three who don't want to testify no more. Witness three, Diddy, this person is gone ghost. This is with a jury nearly finalized. The prosecutor said they have lost a key witness. Come on, chat. Y'all all know what it is. You know what I mean? Money make the world go around, but listen, you get $1 billion, you might have to cut some checks for some of these. Because in reality, ain't none of these bitches really want Diddy to go to jail. Right? You know what I mean? I think Cassie really don't fuck with him, but her hands are tied. And I think the feds got her in a pickle. They're going to say, yo, you were doing all these freak offs with him. You used to recruit people. You're either a co-conspirator or you're a victim. If you're a victim, you're going to testify. So she got to testify. Everybody else, I don't think they want to testify against Diddy. They're probably saying, nigga, I'm going to testify against you if you don't give me that $30 million. They're extorting him. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Right? If you don't give me the money, because there's none of these people who really went to the cops before now. Even Cassie ain't go to... And that's what I feel these other witnesses, I think Cassie's gonna have to testify. Cassie was probably propositioned by the feds to say, you're either co-conspirator, you're Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein, and you're gonna go to jail for life too, unless you're a victim. And she's like, no, I'm a victim. It's like, Iris, if you're a victim, you have to testify. So she can't do anything. Then all the other witnesses, I think they're like, well, Diddy ain't pay me, so fuck that nigga. And also, if I testify, I get a free, you know, if Diddy goes down, they get a free lawsuit against him in civil court, because once you get a criminal conviction in civil court, it's a formality at that point. So there's a witness three or a victim three. That person's out of there. They can't find her. Okay? You'll see here, it says, we don't know whether she intends to appear. We're trying very hard because we're having trouble communicating with our counsel. All that means Shorty got paid off. Diddy and whoever probably gave her some bread. And by the way, don't mean he's guilty. But yo, all these people, they're looking at Diddy as expendable at this point. You know what I mean? So Diddy probably cut a check or something like that, and this chick is like, all right, bet I'll go ghost. This is what it is. Right?
Regarding certain prospective jurors, is that common? Is that what you saw?
I think that is common, and it's natural that you would want to have some role in the people in choosing the people who decide your fate. And it also gives the client, I think, some measure or some feeling of control in a situation where any defendant would have to feel a profound lack of control, because this is not as he's used to controlling his business, his social life, and this is a situation over which he has almost no control. So this is an opportunity for him to have at least a modicum of control.
And these preemptory challenges, each side will get a certain amount of them to strike jurors. It doesn't have to be for cause. It could be for whatever reason they want. But there are limitations. So they can't be strike jurors because of race or gender or ethnicity. How on earth is the court supposed to know that? How on earth, the defense, the prosecution's not going to come out and say that's the reason they're excluding a juror. How do you make that accusation that they were, excluding somebody for an improper reason like that?
I think, as you point out, I think it's extremely difficult.
Okay, so they're basically talking about how they're going to get this jury pool down. Here's the thing. There were many problematic people that was within the jury pool. Like, for example, somebody was just like, yo, I'm not going to lie. And the idea around the jury pool was that people thought the jurors were pretty much honest. There was one juror who said, yo, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. I'm a survivor of sexual assault, and I never told the police. And I kept it quiet. And when asked, that person said, yeah, if there's a situation where Cassie or whoever never went to the police, I'm gonna believe them because I went through that. That person ain't gonna be on Diddy's side. You know what I mean? Because again, none of these people went to the cops, including Cassie. So they dismissed that person. There was a person that worked on a documentary. That person got dismissed. They had to dismiss a lot of people because they had knowledge of the case or they had either family members or personal circumstances that actually revolved around how the case went down, or circumstances around the case. So,
And I think the judges generally defer to counsel in making those decisions. And I suppose if you have,
I just want to
here's also an interesting thing. I believe like even a day like today, right, which nothing major went down in court, Diddy's lawyers and his investigators, they're going to investigate all 45 people that's left. Remember, they interviewed 700. So from 700, we went to 45. They're going to go comb through the lives of all these people, all their tendencies, their background, their history. And what's going to end up being the result of that is going to be like, all right, cool. This is someone who is endearing to Biggie or endearing to Bad Boy or who likes Diddy or, you know what I mean? Maybe they have a Spotify playlist where it's all about 90s music and it's all Diddy. And at that point, they're going to try to get those people on the jury because those people could be favorable to Diddy. But anybody who's on some like, maybe they were liking posts.
You said what?
Oh, Diddy's guilty or whatever. You got to get those people.
I can't hear you. What about her?
Off. So today was a day that probably the private investigators that Diddy's lawyers would employ, they're working hard to figure out who's the bad apples and who would be on the side. Keep in mind, you only need one. Reportedly, when it came to YNW Melly allegedly killed both of his friends in a car, and then got out the car and the driver drove the two dead bodies to the hospital. He was found not guilty. He wasn't found not guilty, nor was he found guilty, but it was a hung trial. And the reason supposedly it was a hung jury is because there was a person on the jury that said, I don't give a fuck. I love Melly and I'm not voting guilty. So there was a mistrial and the prosecutors chose to retry him, but he's still now awaiting trial, but he's not officially guilty. So.
Oh my God, it's so cold. Have we entered the next ice age? The freezing wind blew our tent away. People will freeze to death. I need to build a shelter. Oh no, the fire just went out. We need to build logging sites to collect more wood. The restaurant's running out of food. I'll build a farm. The temperature's dropping and the fire's out again. We need a stronger fire. Wow, our fire's been upgraded.
Whiteout Survival. Play free now.
I bet you this skill can unleash 100 fists at once, and I'm sure that explosive effect has got you hooked, right? But listen up, Agile Knuckles is pure garbage. Sure, melee is hella fun, but the damage in the early stages is so low it itches the enemies instead of hurting them. Explosive style is where it's at. Guys, not only does it deal crazy high damage, but it also has an auto-aim feature. Even noobs can breeze through the early levels. With an upgrade in levels, the damage is visibly much higher. You barely even need to move to beat the game. Go and give it a try.
Agency who scheduled that tour, and for him he's like, he feels like people are trying to paint a narrative about him. He still was unwilling to move on. I think we gave good advice yesterday. Say, hey Bobby, honestly, I do think that process that was a little bit ghetto, made you look bad. They should have never said that, but you should take this as a learning experience that maybe you're not the hottest in your career and it's okay. The hard thing about having a job in entertainment, let me tell you this, anytime I always tell people, being in entertainment, it's like being a running back. If you've lasted 3 years, that's a long time. If you lasted 5 years, that's oh my God, that's a long time. Anything after 5 years, you're probably a legend. If you lasted 10 to 15, you're probably on some all-time list. If you lasted 20, like you're a generational talent. Bobby Shmurda has been, he came out in 2014. This shit's just not the same anymore. And I hope he took some, positive advice and be like, yo, bro, you know what I gotta do? I gotta like look at myself and figure out how I could get back hot. And this self accountability is gonna help him, and also a little bit of humbleness because sometimes these guys, walk around like their shit don't stink, and in reality, when you see them fall on their face, you're like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, Bobby Schmurder was still addressing the situation. This is what he said today.
We got a mini tour coming up. I'm be releasing soon. I want y'all to get ready for that. And I also want to apologize to all the blogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I shot somebody's sister when I was growing up. I don't know if I shot somebody's brother. I don't know if I robbed somebody when I was growing up. But this week and the next week, I'm going to be posting a lot of things that we're going to be doing. And I do want some support from the blogs. Not that support that all the support that I'm getting from, like, academics, No Jumper, motherfucking Angelina Jolie, whatever the fuck her name is. You know what I'm saying?
That's Angela Yee, my nigga. Niggas are Angela Jolie.
Because we got a mini tour coming up. I'm be releasing soon. I want you to
Bobby. Hey. Now clip this and send it to Bobby. Bobby. I'm a good nigga. I've been in a really good spirit. I know it's about to be my birthday. And you know what? I'm just feeling good. I keep saying I think God has just blessed me so much. I hope to try to bless people. Bobby, I've covered your career since you first came in the game. I've covered everything about it. Bobby, 100,000%. Chat, y'all print this, y'all send it to him. I'm serious. I'm positive and serious about this. Bobby, my event is May 15th. I want you to come perform. You ain't got to sell no tickets. It's only billed as Academics Birthday Podcast. I don't care if it's 3 people there. So it ain't on you, it's on me. But if you come perform at May 15th, I got 10 grand fee. One time only offer, and you got to respond in the next 48 hours. I'm serious. I'm serious. I promise you I'm serious. Now, granted, there's a bunch of people who have hit me up. They want to come through for free. Well, Bobby, I love you. I've covered your career for a lot of years. I made a lot of money covering that shit. And I'm a nigga who I like to recycle it into the community because it always comes back to me. You feel me? Don't worry about it. Bobby, 10 grand. 10 grand. May 15th, Gramercy Theater. Too much? Wait. Yo, chat, am I like a trick? Somebody said 10 is crazy. Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Let me call Bobby. I want to call Bobby. Bobby, I'm gonna call you. Bobby, we gotta talk, Bobby. Now, the reason why I'm putting it out this way, actually, I'm not gonna call him on stream. Because I don't want to make no nigga feel like I'm a little nigga in them. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not. Somebody said inflation. Bro, all I need, I'm going to tell you what I need him to perform. I need him to perform Hot Nigga, Bobby Bitch, Computers. I don't want the Hoochie Daddy bullshit. What else? What else I need him to perform? He can perform Stupid, just his version, not no 6ix9ine. I think that I'm Tom Cruise, but I'm Bobby with the tool. Yeah, I need that.
Boom. What's up, Bobby with the
5
tool?
songs, $2,000 per song. Chat, I promise you. Nah, I don't want Hoochie Daddy performing at our birthday party. He's gonna fuck up my birthday party. Yo, man, he's Jamaican too. But yo, I'm on a different type of time on my birthday. Like, I don't want to hear who got that Hoochie Daddy? I don't want that shit at my birthday party. I want to hear a Chewy on that hot nigga or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I want to hear that.
Like I told
5
SIP when I shot
10 bands.
niggas.
5 songs, 10 bands. That's fair.
Like you see him twirl and he
Somebody
drop,
said
nigga.
What?
And we keep them 9 millies on my block, nigga. I'm about to keep it on him. He's some hot nigga.
Am I doing too much? Chat, or am I too nice? Am I too nice? I say 10 bands, 5 songs. Bro, it's like 5 songs. Yo, Lobo, stop playing, bro. Bobby, and by the way, here's the thing. I have, I think confirmed, because you never know, because these niggas, like, once you don't offer them money, like, niggas, because a couple niggas dirty hit me like, yo, I'm pulling up, I love you, da-da-da-da. I'm like, word? I bet. Bobby, you're the first nigga I'm offering money to. Everybody else, if they don't come, they don't come. But a couple people said they won't come on the strike. Okay? By the way, Ice Spice, you said you was, anyway. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Bobby, I got 10 bands. I'm not trying to listen to you or nothing like that. I hope you. I think that's fair, right? 5 songs, 10 bands? Some people saying 15 bands. Yo, chat, I'm already losing money on the show. I did the math already. Like, I'm not making money like that, bro. Like, I'm not. How is my birthday party and I'm losing money? Chat, come on. But I just want to turn up with y'all. If the chat gonna show up, like, I'm telling you, I've talked to y'all through a screen so much. Like, right now, how many people we got on here? We got 11,000 people on. Well, 11 plus, how many are Rumble? Rumble got 2,000. So we got 13,000 here. I've talked to y'all so much through a screen. I just want to turn up with like 300-400 of y'all. It'll make my day. Okay. All right. Also, chat. I hate to bring this into the mix, but I'm a little lit, and anytime I'm lit, I can't help but just being honest. I can't help but just being honest, chat. So, chat, and y'all gotta tell me what to do. Okay? I need my chat to tell me what to do, and I'm gonna be very honest about this. So, like about a couple of days ago, and I'm not saying this to embarrass nobody. I promise you, I'm not saying this to embarrass nobody. Please, just understand. About 2-3 days ago, Brick Baby hit me up. Okay? And you know, we spoke for a little bit. He had a count pretty soon. And he was just like, yo, act. You know, basically he was just like, yo, act, you got anything for me? And you know, he was, you know, asking. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, like I really feel so fortunate in the media space. And I'm really, you know, and I've said this before. Remember when I was saying to Wack, I'm like, yo, Wack, I think maybe me and you should go in 5 bands. Which Wack was like not with it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call Wack and ask him about that. So when Brick called me like 2 days ago, and like his wife is facilitating, I'm like, whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think his wife probably gonna see this, but I want to be very honest. I'm a little lit, so y'all know I'm being very honest. I can't lie. So in my mind, I was just like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'll send him 5 bands or some shit like that. I'm gonna be honest why I haven't. And it's only been like a day or two. But the reason why I haven't is like all the niggas he's really cool with, they don't want to send him money. And I was like, maybe I'm a trick. Like I'm a trick for gangsters. I'm like respectfully, me and Brick ain't that cool. But I'm like, if his own homies don't want to give him money, and whatever money I got, I know Adam got. And so I'm watching No Jumper today. Adam like, yeah, man, I don't know about. And I'm like, well, if Adam don't want to give him the money, I look like a bitch ass nigga or a trick if I give him the money. And that's the only reason why I haven't done it yet, right? Should I? Now I did say, man, I could just bless him, but I'm talking mad shit afterwards. All y'all West Coast podcasting.
Are you looking for a rewarding union job in New York City? We're hiring youth development specialists to supervise and support young people in detention. The starting salary is over $53,000, plus you can earn overtime. Health insurance, sick, and vacation pay are included. You may also be eligible for student loan forgiveness, and NYC residency is not required. Join our team as a youth development specialist. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
Okay, come on, let's go. My Dulahan, we got this. Okay, they're coming more and more. Okay, I think we need to like upgrade at this point. Yes, we got 10 coins. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Nice, we have a crossbow now. I think we're gonna destroy them all. Let's get all the coins. Oh wait, there's more and more coming. We need to go ahead and upgrade again. Nice. This time we have a fence. I think we're gonna be unstoppable now. Okay, let's grab some more coins and upgrade again. Let's go. Oh shoot, there's some big giants now. I don't know if we could take this. Oh my gosh, it's getting too close. I need to get more coins and upgrade again. So let's go ahead and kill these guys over here and take all their coins. At this point, I'm unstoppable. King Shot is so fun. If you want to try, I'll leave the link below.
I'll send you $5. You don't gotta pay me back. Cause when I talked to him briefly, he was like, "Yo, act, yo, like we could work something out. Cause I want to act like I could pop up on your stream and we could do some like, bro. No, I don't want you to do content. Like, I don't want you to work from behind bars to incriminate yourself to get money from me. Like, nigga, I'll just bless you with it and just call it raps. It's cool. But I'm gonna bless you one time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, "Would he do it for you?" Sarah, I get you, but they're not in the position I'm in. And also, like, I really think that, bro, like, I don't know, I'm maybe looking at this. Somebody said 5 bands is crazy. Chat, I'm a gambler. I spend 5 bands like it's okay, whatever. But the only reason, I just don't want to be seen as like the fucking hoe ass nigga who like, if your mans won't give you money and you could holler at a stranger respectfully, and I just be like, "Here, take the money," and I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes me look away. Like they're like, "Yo, this nigga weak. Like this nigga, we could just run his pockets." Like our mans won't get, our mans who got tens of millions. Adam got tens of millions. I got tens of millions. Adam won't do it. Why the fuck am I doing it? Be a leader. Somebody said 5 is crazy. 2,500. I give him 2,500. Let me call Wack. Should I call Wack? Because I feel like Wack gonna be like, "Yo, bro, yo, bro, yo, bro." Giving a stranger 5K, my nigga. It's not about like a stranger 5K. It's like this hip hop circle shit. And by the way, like real quick, I ain't even gonna lie because I also see people saying, yo, real quick, because you know I hope niggas don't think I'd ever be capping about shit. And watch, I gonna clip this and send her. Like, I love Milagros. I had promised her to send her some money and shit like that. And I'm gonna just be honest, this is what really happened. So I was going through what I was going through in February, and all I saw, like, she had tweeted something, and she was just like, "Yo, act, what's up with the, like," but it was kind of like everybody kept saying, "Yo, act 15-year-old, act 15-year-old," and then she said 15, and I was just like, I don't know if she was being funny, so I was just like, nigga, I was going to obviously help you some money, but I was just like, I don't know if she was being funny about that situation, because I'm going through it. They're trying to get me the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I just kind of didn't do nothing. Now, I'm pretty sure, well, I'm pretty sure now I say that she's going to be like, "No, I wasn't talking about that," but I couldn't tell if when she said it, it was almost on some LOL, like, and I'm like, nah, nigga, this ain't funny to me. Like, these niggas really is getting me fucked up, and they're coming for my jugular. They're all celebrating me not being on Twitch. They're thinking happy dad not here no more. They're trying to get me out of here. So if I was gonna fuck with you and help you out, like, I don't want nobody making jokes about that type of shit. And I couldn't tell. And maybe it was just like, you know, cause I don't know, bro. I don't know. Just to be honest. And like when I seen, I'm like, dude, she not making, like, kind of like alluding to the bullshit I'm going through, right? Because, bro, when I go through my shit, I don't ask nobody for nothing. There's nobody in this entertainment shit that ever said, "Act, here's something," ever. Nigga, when it's my day to go through it, they put me on a cross and they just keep stabbing me. And afterwards, they stab me for like 48 hours. They're like, he ain't dead? And somehow I gotta like rise from the dead and come back. Don't call whack, call savage off stream. And by the way, that was just me trying to have some transparency. So it's like, it was just a moment that I was in. I was just like, wait, I hope she ain't. Because, yo, all my mentions at that point, that point was just like, Act 15, Act 15. I don't gain nothing from none of this shit. Anyway. Somebody, no. If I give Brick, no, I don't have a problem with giving Brick $5,000. It's over after $5,000. Like, yo, this is my $5,000. I'm just not a selfish nigga. And I hope I never have to go through anything that you guys have to go through. So I will send $5,000. I don't have a problem with it. Don't come back for, oh, can we get more? But I do think that this idea that we're doing content, and I'm not saying I'm the biggest culprit of this, even though I do react to a bunch of stuff. We're doing content around some of these guys' lives and them being involved in the street. When they get locked up, especially if we consider them peers in the media shit, I don't think we should just be like, peace the fuck out. That's just what I thought. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I was listening to so I'll tell you exactly what I was listening to. I was listening to Adam today, because, you know, I'm doing my little construction shit, walking around the crib and shit like that. And I heard how Adam was talking about it, and I felt like, yo, I'm a sucker. If I actually, look, right here, listen to this.
I was thinking about it. I ain't heard from Brick or his girl since I sent him that bread. Not a call, not a text, nothing.
Ironically, after that, so I'm watching this, 2 hours later, Brick's girl texts me. And it was just like, yo, and I was just like, I kind of, like, I think it's good karma for me to, like, contribute, but I don't know if, like, I'm a sucker if I contribute. I don't want to be a sucker. Because, from what I know, when Adam and Brick was rolling around, Brick had the strap on him when they was out in public. Like, he's holding out Adam. I've never seen Brick a day in my life. If Brick was holding the strap for me, I would have definitely gave it to him. Like, yo, you a real nigga. But if the nigga you was holding the strap for and holding down, I'm not saying everywhere, but in certain places, if that nigga don't want to give you the money, I'm like, why the fuck am I giving the money?
Oh, you from who? Brick?
Well, that one time when
You ever heard from who?
when I got back from vacation, Brick, I made the video, and then like 2 days later, I got on the phone with him, and I sent him some money. Ain't heard from him since. I'm not saying I need to be their priority.
Yo, hold on. Now I gotta call Adam. He say, I ain't here from listen. No. I gotta call Adam. Hold on. You know what? Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I'm gonna tell Adam, this is how I gotta do it. Ooh, fuck.
Your call has been.
Oh my God. I gotta go get my other phone. He ain't gonna answer. Is he gonna see if it's me? I want to hit Adam. I'll send the 5 to Brick, but I want Adam to match it. That's my thing. If I'm the only one, I don't want to be the only sucker. If Adam matches my 5, Adam got bad bread. Bro, he's fucking 5 chicks a day. He's on OnlyFans making like at least probably like 500, 600,000 a month. He's got no jumper money. Bro, that nigga could definitely contribute like 5 bands to his man who's like a shooter. Should I call him? If Adam matches it, I'll do it. But I need Adam to match it. Should I call Whack or Adam? I gotta go get my other phone to call Adam, because they don't know this number. Okay. And let me call. once you call whack, you can't get off the phone. No, I don't need Adam, but Adam is his man's. Like, put it like this: if a nigga who roll with me get in trouble, I would feel like an asshole if they gotta ask Adam for money. Like, I'd be like, bro, just ask me. So when Adam's man is reaching out, I want to know, yo, Adam, let me and you go in 5K each. Like, I get 5, you get 5. And if he don't want to get 5, now I need to know why you don't want to get 5, because I don't know this nigga that much. Okay, we gotta call whack. Here we go. Every time I call whack, it's like, watch this. I think he knows this number by now. I called him yesterday.
Yo,
Whack!
what up, bro?
Yo, I tried to call Adam, but I gotta go get my other phone to call Adam. I got a question for you.
What up?
Whatever you say is gonna be really impactful, so I need you to take this serious. So, Brick's wife, and I talked to Brick like a couple days ago. They reached out, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The sentiment that I got was like, they might need a thing or two, right?
Is this the icy post-apocalyptic survival game created by normal people? I would call it the most challenging survival game of 2024. Whiteout Survival has completely changed my perception of survival games. Just discovered a new pit. Whoa, it's an oil bonanza. Quickly, lay down the pipelines. Did I hear someone calling for help? Can you feel my heat? Just help me with some tasks. It seems we need more oil for upgrades. Nice. Perfect upgrade. Found 2 drilling trucks. Fantastic. Unlock, unlock. We have a continuous supply of oil now. The efficiency is amazing. We successfully upgraded everything. This brand new survival game called Whiteout Survival is a genuine and authentic survival experience. Click now to download. Whiteout Survival. Play free now.
Explore beans with ease. With a removable bean hopper. The Espresso Collection by KitchenAid.
And I want to donate to. I was gonna do 5,000. I'm gonna be honest, like 5,000, right? So, but here's the thing. Adam's words, and Adam is his man. You gotta remember, this is not my man's. I never met Rick Baby at all. Adam is his man. The way Adam speaks about it, it makes me feel like I'm a sucker if I send money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you's a bozo that got work, but shit, do you think?
Wait.
What you want to do?
I don't want to be no fucking bozo. Hold on.
That's on you, bro. I say, bro, again, if you just feel like you want to just go do something, go do it. What to do? Ask yourself, why are you doing it? Don't be mad later on if you hear that nigga say some wild shit.
No, I'll tell you why I feel like, it was I would do a one-time thing. I would, like, he can't come back for re-ups just one time. I'm gonna tell you why. So in my idea, I'm like, yo, there's certain platforms. Me, Vlad, Adam, we benefit from some of this bullshit that be happening that we should want to support some of the people who don't benefit as much. And I'm like, it's like a sign of good faith. Yo, listen, we appreciate a nigga like you. Like, listen, I could give you 5 bands, that's it. You know what I mean? It's like a GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying?
You calling me for what?
I'm calling you to give me some advice. I'm about to call Adam, but I gotta leave my other phone.
I mean, you know, well, let me ask you something, bro.
Yeah.
He wants you to send it to who?
No, we didn't even get to that part, but that's what I was thinking as soon as. So they had called me. So Brick was like, yo, act, bro, like, you got anything for me? And I realized what that was. I'm like, and then he said that, yo, act, if anything, I could call, we could set up an arrangement, I could call it once a week. And I was just like, bro, I don't want people from jail having to possibly put their freedom on the line to try to work off content, I'll just give you a donation and I'll be done with it. Like, I'll just, okay, here's 5 bands. I'm good. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Man, do what your heart tells you to do. If you ask me, I'm not sending you shit.
Why not?
One, he's a rat.
Yo.
Two, the nigga that lied on my name a million times. I ain't never seen this nigga. This nigga used to say all kinds of weird ass shit. Alright, do what your heart tell you to do, bro. Why you want you to send it to his girl?
Well, that's what the way we didn't get to that part, but that's how I was thinking. I'm like, I'm gonna send this girl something. I don't want him to work.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fight you on that. I ain't gonna, you know, these kids and shit over there. That's what you want to do, man. Do what your heart tell you to do.
Okay, so I was talking about it on my stream, and I said I came to a compromise. I'm gonna call Adam, and if Adam, I'm gonna match whatever Adam's gonna do. So if Adam says, like, we could do 5.
Adam had already worked. He already worked Adam, so.
What you mean worked Adam? What would that mean?
He lied to Adam. Called Adam for bail money. Adam give the bail money. The whole time wasn't no bail. That's why Adam be hesitant. You know what I'm saying? He talked about this shit. It's on the internet. You should pull it up.
Right. Don't you think it's good karma for me, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously don't, like, again, I'm a square dude, but I talk about some street shit.
Good karma is, you do what your heart tell you to do. I'm pretty sure some motherfuckers right there where you at that need that. But again, if you gonna send it to his girl and his kids, cool. You know? I ain't gonna never get in the way of that.
Damn, I was calling you for like a definitive answer, but now you got me thinking more. So now I gotta call Adam. I gotta figure out.
I mean, it might be a good investment later on when you're on the West Coast.
That's true.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, that's true. What I'm saying. You might be able to slide through there at 2 in the morning.
That's true. Shit, you never know. I might need to drop on a nigga.
What you said? Might be able to slide through there at 2 in the morning.
Yo, stop. Why?
Shout out Shay Glizzy, give him a pass.
Man.
Give him a field trip pass.
Okay, hold on. You know what? Okay, I hit my chat. They said no, go 2,500. Don't go to 5. Okay, let me try to call Adam, and you want me to hit you back in a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit you back in a little bit. All right, chat. You gave me some clarity. Okay. I need to call Adam. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna go get my other phone.
And they're, obviously dealing with him being in prison and everything, and the fact that he's probably not going to be able to even go to trial till October. That being said, ain't heard from him since.
I gotta call you out.
Sure.
When y'all got on that little table and y'all sitting up there discussing that man's personal finances, that's not okay.
What table?
When y'all was at the table and y'all was talking about Brick and his money and, oh, he called me for a loan and he already owed me this much money.
Whoa.
That was kind of like, dude,
but to be fair,
I get it.
No. To be fair, like, if that was any of us and there's something like that going on, it's gonna get discussed. Brick is not exempt.
Every time.
But
Brick is not
Same
exempt.
way we discussing Brick pulling trannies in there.
But what
exactly.
I feel like
which we don't believe, but it's possible.
I feel my perspective is valid because it represents the sentiment of a certain demographic within your audience. There's just certain rules that I feel men should stick to. Like, we over here talking about a man, and if he's rich, like, bro, balling, okay, but bro is in a rough situation. You know, you in prison. Your family is, struggling. Let's say, is he really a friend? Cause y'all friends, I think.
We are.
Is he a friend to you if you get up there and like add insult to injury? Not injury you caused.
I felt insulted at that point because I felt like I had my friendship tested by him basically putting a narrative out there about me that, oh, you ain't got nothing for the homie or whatever, which from my perspective was kind of messed up given that I have let you borrow a lot of money over the years. Now, is your perspective that basically when I employ somebody, if they then go to federal prison for things that have absolutely nothing to do with no jumper, that then I must pay for all of their expenses and keep them rolling in the dough for all of time, financially, to be able to do so.
Well, my perspective is, okay, I think. What time is it in LA? I don't know if you'll answer. I should just call him regular. Not the phone. This nigga probably on a porn set, like doing some freaky nigga shit, man. Let me just call him regular. He did say, what up? Nah, nigga. Answer the phone. Watch. Oh, he texted me. He's gonna be like, yo, nigga, I'm on a porn set right now. I'm filming a bukkake. You say you had the Pornhub Awards. I'm trying to see if you get him. This nigga always doing some porn shit, man. Maximum if you go to the bathroom. I told him, I said, he said I'm at the Pornhub Awards. This nigga thinks such a double life. I said, I was trying to call you about something real quick, brick related. Can you go to the bathroom for a second or it's clipped? I guess he's with Lena. I just want to ask him, bruh, should I do it and will you match me? You gotta hold these niggas to the fire. Listen, that's corny act. I can't lie. Son in a serious situation, got kids, and you joking with whack? That's, I mean, bro, here's the thing. I fully understand these guys are in serious situations. I actually don't. So the idea that Brick mentioned of, yo, act, whatever, like, we could set it up in a way that I could work it off and I'll call in once a week. I don't need you to do content for me. This ain't no jumper. I don't need you to do content for me maybe once a week to work up. Whatever I would give you would just be like, bro, you got it. You know what I mean? And also, I don't think that should be jeopardizing your freedom. Let me see. I don't know if you can give it a call. Chat, I think y'all have talked me down. So, like, instead of $5 grand, 2,500. 2,500. Somebody said what? Then give it and move on. You know what I'm gonna do?
Great work, everybody! Shakira, take 5. Perfect. Let's go over the middle section.
Hey, what are you playing?
Switch!
Royal Kingdom. Royal Kingdom? It's a new puzzle game that just came out.
I love puzzle games.
But what about...
Switch!
Annoying ads. Nada. Really?
You see that energy? That's why she's Shakira, boys and girls. Let's take it from the top. Download Royal Kingdom and play today.
Alexa, turn on Dreo Tower fan.
I texted his wife. Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just want to get this fucker off my mind. I asked his wife. I think this is his wife. It's his number, so I guess she's free, so she would have it on. I said, "You have Cash App or PayPal?" I'm gonna just send the money and just move on with my life, bro. Like, I can't do this. It's too much gangster shit. I think Adam's gonna see that Adam's a smart motherfucker, man. Let me tell you this. One thing, I know Adam's white and I'm not white, but Adam knows how to navigate with gangsters and not get finessed more than, like me, I would probably end up getting extorted by these niggas. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Adam don't give these niggas shit. And I gotta salute that. Alright, well, I did hit up his wife. If his wife hits back, I'm gonna send them an amount, and you know, I'll probably talk to Brick at a later time, and the conversation is gonna be this: Yo, I sent you something. Don't ever worry about it. You do not owe me that money. I wish you the best of luck, and I understand you're down to pop on my stream anytime, but I want you to get through what you got going on. Listen, prayers to you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I think that will very much clear my conscience with this bullshit. Because Wack hates these niggas. Yo, Wack hates all the niggas that's locked up, huh? Yeah, I sent the message. I said, do you have Cash App or PayPal? I'll send you either or. I don't know. But if anybody knows Brick Baby's wife, if anybody knows Brick Baby's wife, this is probably the time y'all should tell her to respond quickly, because I could send it over, whatever she needs. Anyway, all right. I guess we should move on until that happens. Okay. Did we ever play the Jim Jones clip where he's talking about Kanye? So Jim Jones went on Angela Yee, and I have to remember, like, so the whole story was this. Kanye says Jim Jones wanted to introduce him to some crypto niggas. Apparently, the crypto niggas that wanted the intro to Kanye paid Jim Jones $2 million for the intro. Ye found out about it. Ye still did the intro in the meeting. And Jim Jones got $2 million. Ye said on my interview, yo, I ain't even get no money from it. But I understand it. My man's wanted to do blah, blah, blah. Cool. Ye had an interest in doing some business or some fashion with Jim Jones, because Jim Jones is a fashion guy, whatever. And he said, eventually he asked Jim Jones,
Oh my God, chat! How did I survive? What the helly? The heliante?
In New York and what the
Oh man!
Jim Jones hits him back and says,
I need a split for that.
I don't know how to do a PDF. And he felt so offended because he said, I took a meeting for you for $2 million. And I asked you to do something that we could work on business together. And the lack of even trying to get this accomplished, that's disrespectful enough. So let me see if we can figure it out. Okay, let's go to the meeting. I don't think we played it.
But these kids are smart. So I was telling this, that like, they paint us to be different. Before us, when the black
went on. Like, I remember I went out with Jay Electronic.
I mean, he's not the person that's talked about, and he's talking about everybody else.
Here we are.
I mean, Kanye's a dope person. Let's not.
Here we are.
Person like that, then maybe it wouldn't work in my favor, but I know I'm not. You know what I mean?
Now, we definitely want to ask you what I want to get from you, just because you spent time with Kanye and then all of that happened afterward.
Yeah.
Right? A lot happened with that.
I looked up at Kanye and was like, fuck Jim Jones.
I know. And yet
Damn. Well, how did that happen?
You didn't know how to do a PDF or something.
Damn.
No, but I do want to know, because the concern I have is this. The concern I have is, like, what do you think, as somebody that was around, is really going on? Like, I remember I went out with Jay Electronica when they were working on the Donda album, and got a chance to really sit down and experience and see certain things myself. And as somebody who clearly you went out there because you care, right? Mm-hmm. And you wanted to, and you worked, and fashion, you and Kanye, I'm sure, are so aligned on that, as people who have always been fashion forward, fashion killers, you know, just so to speak.
I mean, it was great. I mean, Kanye's a dope person. Let's not take that away. He has this, he has, everybody has their shit they're going through. He's obviously always going through the most.
New customers turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets for the Stanley Cup playoffs. The crown is yours.
Guys, too far. Team on call.
let's get that straight. I went out there for the experience, fuck with Ye, do some fashion, bring trunks of clothes. Everything was cool. The normalcy that I seen in him out there, it was perfect. Like the way, the direction I was headed in with the music and the fashion, it was dope. Man, I was feeling the whole direction. Fast forward, he went to LA. Everything was still dope. It's just that I don't know. He just ended up thinking that I probably was his employee or some sort like that. Like I don't know what he's talking about. Then he goes into this. He's just a wild boy, man. And it's like who am I to start spazzing on him and going crazy? Like I'm fucking nigga. I'm gonna put you in the head like a nigga. I ain't got time to be worrying about nothing that easy got going. As you can see, I obviously have something going on with him. He needs some type of help. You know what I mean? I think he just need a lot of normal people around him. Because one thing I did notice is that when I was around him, I bring a lot of normal shit to the table that he appreciated. He has a bunch of yes people around him. There are people that's going to say yes and do everything that he wants to do. And I don't know. You did it for me. I'm just, you a man, I'm a man. You did? Like, I'm going to say what I got to say. You going to say what you got to say. Them type of things don't happen in this environment. So people like us that bring that to the environment, they respect that. You know what I mean? I felt it. I was like, damn. But boy got a little screws loose and shit like that. You know? Obviously, from the things that he been talking about, I do see that he needs attention. Like he seems to want the most attention in the world. You know what I mean? He's not the person that's talked about, then he's talking about everybody else so people can talk about him. You know what I mean? Like he wants to be, from what I can see, is the most famous person in the universe of all time.
I feel like he's always said that.
On the wake up. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be the famous person.
I felt like he wasn't on the Cardi album.
Right, so that wilded out on Cardi. You heard? Like,
Cardi, he said pull a gun on him.
I'm not in the news today. I'm a sucker dick today. Like, I'm not in the
Okay.
Sometimes you're going too far, though.
Like, yo, bro.
He could have kept that one, though.
Come on, Trinity.
Like, I'm cool with the gangster shit.
He just said music was therapeutic.
Yeah, but... Yeah, he took it. Yeah.
So maybe that. So, because that's the thing, right?
I don't knock nobody.
Yeah, but
that was sucking the way pause. Hey, yo, wow, my God. But man, you heard like, but this is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what this man seems to say. He's not going to go out the good graces of people. They don't care
It's
what
the
he say.
wildest thing that I've
man.
ever seen.
Don't do this to gang gang.
Yeah, bro,
you know how many people would have been canceled already? Like, out of here, never even heard again from them. Not invited to no parties. No, we don't want you in here. Like, out of here.
Right.
Kaboom.
And he knows that, though. That's what he keeps
He come
going.
out with KKK hoodie on, everything. I'm about to go buy one and see how that shit work for me.
No, it's not. Don't do it.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying.
One word for you, Jim. Jim, with all due respect, you're a regular musician. Kanye, I don't know why these people don't get it. Mano, with all due respect to you, you're not even a musician compared to Ye. And both y'all not musicians. Like, Ye's the greatest artist. Like y'all should be honored to be talking about it. Y'all art don't compare to his art. And if y'all did 1/20th, and by the way, I'm not trying to shit on these guys, because if I did that too, I don't think the guys is great. So, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown, but you also give a little bit more leeway.
This man don't work. Let him do him. I appreciate the good times we had. You heard? Like,
we had a time.
We had a time. It was a time, nigga. You heard? Thank you. And he's smart. He's a genius. He know how to sell some shit. And that's the one thing that I do credit him for. He's in this fashion game. He's not the most flyest.
Right.
He's not the most stylish. I'm telling you that firsthand, as he was trying to take outfits off my whole body when I walked in. But we always knew that. But he knows how to use influence in the right way when it comes to fashion. He knew what he wanted. And he was the first person to turn that into commercial dollar that was bigger than anything. You know? So I would trade all my fashion flyness to figure out how to turn this shit into a $1 billion business I have.
cold. Have we entered the next ice age? The freezing wind blew our tent away. People will freeze to death. I need to build a shelter. Oh no, the fire just went out. We need to build logging sites to collect more wood. The restaurant's running out of food. I'll build a farm. The temperature's dropping and the fire's out again. We need a stronger fire. Wow, our fire's been upgraded.
Whiteout Survival. Play free now.
Are you looking for a rewarding union job in New York City? We're hiring youth development specialists to supervise and support young people in detention. The starting salary is over $53,000, plus you can earn overtime. Health insurance, sick, and vacation pay are included. You may also be eligible for student loan forgiveness, and NYC residency is not required. Join our team as a youth development specialist. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
The sense of trying to be a leader. Like, I'm not saying that we should be funding all these guys, because some of these guys have done some bullshit, and that's why they're in the position. But me being a media leader, I want to show y'all and be at least a little in the forefront of saying, man, the platforms, bro, like, we are benefiting from some of the bullshit that these guys are bringing from. Like, in reality, a platform like No Jumper is benefiting from these guys who are gangbangers, and yeah, you might pay them, but like, they're coming there and they're indicting themselves. Now, I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, but we have to realize that because this is hip-hop, it's not just contracts and X's and O's, but we got to understand that there's real-life situations with this. Again, I'm not trying to be nobody baby daddy, nobody, sponsor. And when it comes to like somebody like Brick, who I used to not get along with him. Me and him traded words, we were beefing. I never met him a day in my life. But, I'm like, you know what? I know he's going through a tough time. He was in that media space for a while. I feel like I could throw one donation. Okay, that's how I feel. And I also feel that way because it's part of my content. I talk about these niggas. I do. I've talked about the Rico. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody else wants to feel like no accountability. But like, bro, the Rico with these niggas, like, we talked about it and earned mad money from it. Like, so these niggas need a lawyer and I could donate a few dollars, I'm not opposed to it. So here I am, and here I am openly with y'all. They've given me two options, PayPal and also Cash App. I'm going to do it on stream. How much am I sending? Y'all tell me the amount. And, I'm going to have a conversation with Brick afterwards to say, Brick, I don't need you to do nothing for me. You don't have to come on my stream to do content. I don't think it helps you. Focus on your case. I know you're not in a place that's a good place or a place that you could really think straight in, but focus on getting out. What I'm giving you, you never have to give me back. I'm not going to say you owe me some shit. No. This is just me giving to you. I'm watching Kick. Yo, niggas don't kick our trolls. Somebody said send him $500. Somebody said send him $5K. Send him this. 10K flex on Adam. I asked Adam to step out of the porn convention. That nigga will not step out. He said, I'm at the porn awards. Wait, did he get disabled on YouTube for playing Angela Yee? Oh, that's probably what happened. Oh my god. Angela Yee, you gotta fix that shit if that's what's going on. Okay, I think we got disabled for a second because we played iHeart content. Okay, fine. Make sure you guys. Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys are on kick. Yeah, I'm done with this thing. Somebody says 1K, you're good. Somebody says $22. Said, man, do 2,500 for brick. Somebody said, give him 10K. 5K with baby oil. That's hilarious. Somebody said, send me 5K for this. Somebody says, send him 5K, and it's a one-time thing.
You know what they say. You get out, what you put in. 2 steps ahead, and being a step ahead. We've got big goals in this kingdom. I built this, level by level, box by box. I've reached the top. New game, same dedication. No ads, ever. I don't even need Wi-Fi. No risk, no rewards. It's time to level up. This is Royal Kingdom. You think this is a game? It is.
Over the last few weeks, the U.S. has imposed a 25% tariff on all automobiles coming into the United States that are not USMCA compliant, along with a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum, and apparently a 10% tariff generally across the board, along with extra tariffs on Chinese-made goods. Now, the trick here is that this could wind up pushing prices higher for consumers if businesses are able to pass along those costs. And that creates a dilemma for the central bank. At the moment, the forward curve and the Federal Reserve both believe that it's most likely the Federal Reserve will be cutting interest rates later this year. But if inflation rears upwards, then potentially the Federal Reserve may not be able to cut as much as the markets currently expect.
Before I send this, I'm calling his baby mom. Hold on, music call. I gotta call him. Yeah, I just gotta call him. Just to confirm. It's better answer.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
This is Brick's wife, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's act. Hey, listen. So, I'm gonna send you some for Brick. I just want to put something in the hat and really, I know he's going through a lot. Contribute. I'm on stream, by the way, so I can't say too much, but I'm sending it right now, right? Let me see if I can confirm it.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Your last name is the last 3 letters of your last name is L-E-R, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the last 2 numbers of your phone number is 72, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you logged into your PayPal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. I can go to my app for a second.
I gotta get my face on here. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm in here.
Alright. Okay. Let me know. I think I just sent it. Let me know if you got it.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. I will let him know. He can't call back anymore after 8 o'clock. So he probably called in the morning. He can't call from after 8 and then from 8 in the morning until basically.
You got the 5,000, right?
Yes, I would definitely let him know.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, I could actually send him a message and let him know too, though.
Yeah, just let him know. By the way, this is a no strings attached. I'm praying for him, and I hope he gets through everything he's going through. I know it's a tough time. No strings attached, but that's my contribution to him, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you. Okay, have a good one.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Alright, chat. I gave him 5 bands. I'm done. I'm checked out of the gangster shit. I'm good now. Alright, chat. We're back good, okay? I would show you the screenshot, but I think it's gonna dox her. So I guess like the number, which is Brick's number, is kind of like under her name, whatever. Should I like fucking screenshot it where I don't show her name? I want to show y'all that I actually did. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it. 'Cause I'm gonna dox her, and I don't want to dox her. Now, for the rest of y'all niggas who locked up, I'm not giving out free cash. Please don't. You know what's so funny? I don't know who knows my PayPal. There's like 5 niggas who requested 5K. Y'all niggas ain't shit, man. And by the way, the message I sent with the money was like, I said, Bert, get home. That's it. That's my only, whatever. And by the way, I would probably have done the same with what's my man named? Loose Cannon? But Loose or Sharice, I gotta be honest. Wack done told me that y'all was trying to set him up with a murder, so I checked out of that. I'm sorry. Like, oh shit, that's my fucking email. Oh, y'all see my door that shit? Oh yeah. Y'all see the McDonald's? Yeah, that's my coffee. Bro, this is my email for stream is only my DoorDash email. I use a fake name for DoorDash. If y'all go back to it, it's Jamal. That's my fake DoorDash email. That's not my name. What the fuck? It's not here. Bro, I don't leave the house, my nigga. I just order everything from DoorDash. I ordered Diet Coke from DoorDash today. I was so lazy. I didn't even want to go to the liquor store to buy liquor. I ordered that from DoorDash. I ordered McDonald's from DoorDash. I ordered everything from DoorDash. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say. Okay? y'all know I'm not capping with y'all. Yeah. So I just sent. It's a $5,000, friends and family, May 8th. This is PDT, so it's
I'm really him, chat.
or about to be 11, whatever.
Come on, like I'm not even using the keys, nothing. We straight
I
drilling.
don't want to dox her to say what her name is. So, but Brick. By the way, I don't want to be on a jail call with you. We don't have to be like super friends. Pay your lawyer, and hopefully you get out. And just use me, yo, for Brick wife. And I hope you tell Brick this. Use me as leverage to call Adam a bitch. Just tell Adam like your bro. Adam done held you down in mad situations. He's never met Ack. Ack sent you 5 days. Use that to make Adam motherfucking at least contribute something, bro. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Now, granted, I'm not around niggas who catch Rico, so I don't have to really get that out. But yeah. Oh, hopefully. Am I doxing by giving the transaction ID? Whatever. All right, people. My extortion. Nah, somebody said Big U is taking 4,900. All right, Chad, let's get on. All right. So we're good. Back to the regulation. Okay, we went through that. Oh, we gotta get to Dirk. So let's get to Dirk. So Dirk went to court today. His bond was denied, and I kind of feel a little bit guilty because of that. I'm gonna tell you why in a second, but let's get the bond update from Dirk's hearing. Here we go.
Update on Little Dirk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibe she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered the shooters. They're saying the shooter shot. I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. The one silver lining for the defense is that the prosecution's case has taken 2 major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped. Now they're not going to be able to have it. The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Dirk paid the bounty for the death through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Dirk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be. Update on Little Dirk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. Wow. He looked like he was.
So there's significant updates on this Little Dirk case, right? Essentially, the prosecutor are playing chess with the defense. The defense is trying to do a media run. Like we saw, Dirk's lawyer flew out, like literally. Dirk's team told me his lawyer, who by the way, this nigga charges $3,500 an hour. He flew out, got on a plane for 2 to 3 hours to come see me, drove to where my headquarters is at, did an interview with me. He wasted probably about 8 hours. If we're talking about billable hours for him, that's $20,000 that he could have built. Why does he want to sit with academics? By the way, I love Drew Finland. Drew Finland, he's so nice to me. I like him. But why did he do that? Well, the idea is that you kind of got to start planting seeds about this idea that the prosecutor doesn't really have anything against the defense. It's also very beneficial to try to put out this angle that the prosecutor is now unfairly prosecuting rappers based on lyrics,
fan activity and things that are really art. So what happened is that the prosecutor said, "Oh,
Oh
shit, they think we
nah.
Fulton
I've
County,
never
we
used this
stupid,
before,
that we're
chat.
gonna go have
What the
a
fuck?
2-year-long trial and present all lyrics." No, nigga, we got a whole murder. They removed everything that had to do with lyrics. They removed anything that had to do with like contextual.
Oh.
Okay, you look at this case, and they said we're only coming with everything we could verifiably prove, right? So, oh, by the way, this is it, right? Okay, cool. So essentially, they have removed a lot of what they have put in the indictment as evidence of why he shouldn't get out, and they're just saying we have other evidence. Dirk is a little bit unprepared because they're like, y'all put lyrics, y'all put all these other things in there, and that's what y'all had against him. What the fuck is going on? And essentially what's been proven is that the feds are saying we don't need lyrics to convict you. We think you did the murder. Now, they have removed some important parts, like, for example, the feds have removed this idea that they 100% have proof that Dirk either promised the payment or did pay for the murder of Lil Pop, or maybe they thought it was Shaquan Rondo, but the Lil Pop got killed. And that's what his attorneys are saying. Well, if this is a murder for hire case, you know, pretty much, and y'all don't have any proof that Dirk hired people to do a murder or that he paid for a murder, what the fuck are y'all doing? And that's where we're at now. And again, his bond hearing was denied today, but I could see them trying to raise the issue again, basically by saying, what evidence do you have on Dirk? Now, this is going to continue, and this is where I'm being very open and honest with y'all. This is going to continue until the feds drop a nuke on Dirk. The nuke is this. The real evidence we got is the snitch. They haven't mentioned anything about the snitch yet. They haven't mentioned that they have a cooperant who used to be Dirk's friend. None of that. Because they're trying to shield that person until they get to trial, because they know that witness intimidation is a thing. Think about the Diddy case. There's 5 victims. Cassie's a star. She has to testify, or she, you know, part of her proffer in terms of getting immunity was to testify. Victim 2 and victim 3 were supposedly strong witnesses against Diddy. Victim 2 says they don't want to testify no more. Some people think they got paid, but they don't want to testify no more. So that's a huge thing that could change the whole outlook of the case. And clearly, when it comes to Dirk, they don't want to shoot their shot or shoot their load too quick, where like people are attacking their eyewitness or possible eyewitnesses for the state and switching shit up.
His bond hearing today, he looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibes she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered the shooters. They're saying the shooters shot. I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case.
I agree. Dirk is not getting that. There's this idea that there's a violent crime committed, murder. There's an idea that even though I know they're trying to strip away the lyrics, but Dirk is a guy who raps about.
Hong Shio Steel Structure, founded in 1985, is Quick Laser's closest partner. Since the beginning of our collaboration in 2021, many of its wholly owned subsidiaries have introduced patches of cutting equipment from Quick Laser, significantly improving Hong Shio Steel Structure's output and quality. With the vision of becoming the world's first-class green building integration service provider, Hong Shio Steel Structure has undertaken numerous challenging projects that meet European and American standards, such as Frankfurt Air Rail Center in Germany, Doha International Airport in Qatar, OUB Office Building in Singapore, Reykjavik Concert Hall and Music Convention Center in Iceland, and many other world-famous landmarks.
I heard this is the ultimate survival game of the century. Whiteout Survival. I don't believe it, but I must give it a try. The sun is shining. Oh my god, here comes a blizzard. Let's make a fire to thaw out. Yay! No, where are all the firewood? Ready? Wood cutting action. Nice. Upgrade the fire pit. But we still need more wood. The team's calling for help. Sorry, no space. Unlock the big boat. Now we can gather even more wood. Those are little guys. I'm coming to save you. Oh, she's a beautiful girl. Fantastic. Let's work together. Effortlessly unlocking the remaining 2 buildings. Wow. Another upgrade. Truly a real survival game, Whiteout Survival. It's so thrilling that I can't stop playing. Click to download now and see how many levels you can conquer.
Whiteout Survival. Play free now.
In the case that the prosecutors presented to the judge back in December of 2024 when the bond was first denied. What the defense argues is that, look, this new indictment removes 2 allegations. First, they completely got rid of any allegation that Dirk rapped about this murder for hire plot, that Dirk rapped about Quando Rondo on the news going no, no, and crying in response to the murder of his friend. This is very important because what the defense is going to be able to argue to the judge is, look, judge, we proved to them that they're wrong because those lyrics were recorded 7 months before the murder. Those lyrics could not have had anything to do with the murder. And what they did in response to us proving that to them is they just took that allegation right out of the indictment. And now they're not even alleging that he rapped about the murder. And that was a huge part of their original case. And so without that, their case is much weaker. We deserve a bond. The other thing that the defense is arguing is that in the second superseding indictment, the government took out another very key allegation against Dirk. The government had alleged that Dirk, through co-defendant Wilson, paid bounties to the shooters in this alleged murder for hire plot. In the second superseding indictment, that allegation is gone. Instead of alleging that Dirk, through co-defendant Wilson, paid the bounty, there's now a new
Wilson is DD, by the way.
Charge called stalking resulting in murder, where there's no direct allegation of a bounty being paid through Wilson or anyone else. Instead, the allegations are limited to Dirk was orchestrating surveillance on this guy, Dirk sent shooters to LA, Dirk let it be known that he would put money up even though there's no allegation that he actually did pay the bounty through a co-defendant or somebody else. And so what the defense is going to be able to present at tomorrow's bond hearing is, hey, judge, we moved to dismiss this case by pointing out all the factual errors in the government's case. What the government did is they changed the...
Okay, so, to be very clear, Dirk is trying to work on technicalities. The government is saying, we have you dead to rights. You know, it's like basically saying, like, chat, by the way, TMI, but I always use these stories. One time I went to, where was it? I think it was Puerto Rico. I'm in Puerto Rico, I'm driving. I
God.
do something at a national park in Puerto Rico.
How you stick and move, chat.
Park trooper pulls up and gives me a ticket. Now what happens is that because it's a national park, it's kind of like a U.S. national park because Puerto Rico is a state, or it's a territory of the United States. Here's the thing: how I didn't have to pay anything or do anything with this. They spelled my name wrong. So on the ticket, I gave the park range or whatever my license. He spelled my name wrong. Whatever. So it's like, am I really innocent? No, but like I get out of it because the motherfucker didn't do his due diligence, spelled my name wrong. That's what Dirk is doing. Dirk is basically saying, well, this thing isn't structured like how it should, so I shouldn't get indicted. That's not how it works. They're not gonna be like, oh, we spelled your name wrong. You're not getting indicted for murder. So essentially, they have fixed everything, and they're like, no, you're still getting indicted for murder. However, Dirk's team keeps saying, oh no, like they haven't done everything right. No. That's the point. Okay?
Their case, and they removed key allegations against our client.
My mic needs to be turned up? Okay, thank you. I'll just put it closer to my mouth. Pause.
And so you have to look at their new case and now reevaluate the bond. If Dirk gets a bond, that's going to tell you a lot about what the judge thinks about this second superseding indictment, which is in fact significantly different and significantly weaker and less aggressive in terms of how it charges Dirk as being responsible for this murder. Tomorrow, that bond hearing is going to be huge.
Okay. He was denied. He was denied. All right, people. What else do we have to get to? What is this? Jock Keys celebrating his BT Awards. Chat, I'm not gonna go over BT Awards. I really don't have any respect for BT. Fuck. Point blank period. What else? We should talk about the Smokey Robinson thing. This is an updated picture of Tory. Holy shit. Tory's looking brolic in jail. It's kind of crazy to see, and we could probably look it up right here. California inmate search. This is gonna look up their prison records. The California blah blah blah. Let's close this. I agree. Let's look at Peterson, Daystar. We find him. He's 32 currently. He was admitted August 29th. By the way, that's not when he was locked up, but when he got transferred from jail to prison, because this is prison. He's in a California Correctional Institution. And let's look at him when we can see a release date. Jesus Christ. His parole eligibility date is July 2029. Oh my God. The parole eligible date is displayed above and is subject to change. It shows the earliest possible release date for this incarcerated person at this time. So at this point, we have 4 more years at least that Tory would have to be incarcerated for. He would be 36. Now, here's the thing. He's 32 now. 4 years from now, will be 36. The problem is that, number one, he's supposed to be deported because he's served multiple years of being convicted for a felony. Obviously, he's trying to overturn that, but that's still a thing that's looming above his head. Is there any other thing about... So this is parole date. If he was locked up, I believe in 2022, and he got 10 years, I know parole is 2029, but 10 years would have been 2032. So it looked like he would be able to get out 3 years early. Again, even if he gets out, the thought is that he would get deported immediately. So it's kind of fucked up. But Tory's looking good in jail, man. Looking good in jail. Look like he could record some music. And I'm hoping all the appeals and everything he's doing turns out well for him, because that's his only option. Okay? All right. Oh, I didn't want to call Whack back. So when I was reading, is it Megan Clinton or Nancy Dillon? I think it's Megan Clinton. So not only was Dirk denied bail, it was actually said with his denial, and let me keep going on. So no bail for Dirk. The judge says nothing has changed. And she referenced a report that Dirk is violating federal. It says nothing has changed, and Dirk is violating federal custody rules by using other inmates' phone accounts and engaging through reports. Some people hit me up and they were like, "Oh, that's because you interviewed Dirk," which, by the way, I didn't know. You know, whatever was whatever. Now let me see. I'm gonna call. So Wack hit me and he was like, "Yo, Ack, watch." What?
Yo.
So
was set up, and maybe my interview with him.
They set him up. Yeah, they say he set him up. You know, he had. So here was a play, right? Here was a thing, right?
Okay.
Loose Cannon in the Broad is telling you we got an interview with Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, I hear Lil Durk was on their show tonight too.
Nah, hell nah, it's cap.
You sure?
That's what I'm saying. They keep playing with that dude's name. Dude ain't shit. So he's telling you we got an interview with Lil Durk, right? They're promoting this shit to the world, right? When Lil Durk is in there, he's telling Lil Durk, hey, academics want to talk to you. Right?
He's almost inside. There we go. Okay, now we can build the arch tower. Perfect. Okay, they don't stand a chance now. We need enough points to build the second one. There we go. Our defense is looking good. Nice. They're getting double penetrated, and the boss doesn't stand a chance either. Nice. Let's get triple penetration going. There we go. Can we get quadruple penetration? Dude, our defense is crazy. Okay, we're making so much more money now. Do we have the money for it? We do. Okay, nice. Look at all these guys getting taken out. They can't stand my load. Okay, one more. There we go. And look at that. The kingdom is being defended perfectly. Download and play King Shot for yourself today.
He didn't want to get on the phone. He thinks he's just talking to you on the phone. He don't know this shit is live. The brawl's on the phone. He don't know none of this shit.
Really?
Look at your text, bro. Look at it.
So wait, hold up. Do you think that
Look at it.
that wasn't used in his bond denial because
Definitely was used in his bond.
It says three-way call, so it looked like he's been probably.
Nigga, okay, stop right there. Don't think that's a line to you. That's not a three-way. A line. If Sharif is on the phone and shit in his you, that's the three-way. And these stupid motherfuckers, Dirk is high profile, bro. They promoting this shit to the world. This nigga Loose Cannon is hot as a firecracker. They watching everything he doing, bro.
Okay, Wack. Can I read you this message and I want you to respond to it because I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, first and foremost, and I'll say this publicly. Wack's my man. So you know when Wack, play this. If I call Wack and I say Wack, yo, could you stop fucking with this bitch who's trying to talk to you because she trying to line me up?
Many nights when I get on a
And I said when Wack called me with that, and I said, as I've always said it, if you ask, you got it. Okay, now I want to, and I'm reading this publicly. If you don't respond to it public, it's fine, but I'm gonna read it. So Sharif did message me because I haven't talked to her since. She says, so you make a PSA that you're not covering Loose and Wack. Now 2 to 3 more videos with Wack narrating his POV.
Don't stop right there, bro. I'ma just be free. I've been cool. First of all, this big fat Pillsbury toe boy, wild back linebacker bitch, don't dictate nothing with us. Act, this bitch ain't nobody. She's a motherfucking industry toss-up. It's real shit. Let's just call it what it is. He ain't got no voice, nigga, to question us what the fuck me and you do. Loose Cannon was birthed from Wack. You a Wack 100 baby, nigga. But I don't need nobody know the fuck you is. On some real shit. So, end of the day, right? At the end of the day, she don't dictate nothing, bro. He don't dictate nothing. Nigga, the jig is up. We know you rat. I sent you that shit from the fucking attorney last night. You need to play the whole fucking recording. Okay. So, content, I'm
says,
fuck that bitch, man.
So it says,
funky ass bitch, your husband sent your fucking miscarriage panties, bitch, and you telling people why he got it in his phone. No, bitch, why would this sick nigga send me your miscarriage panties to my text? You know what he told me? I'm glad this baby got it. I didn't want the first one. It's a whole bitch. This wasn't supposed to go this far.
So she then says, you're allowing Wack to put you in a trick bag. The attorney call is not real. Is the attorney call real, Wack?
Okay, watch this. Here you go. Here you go, bro. There you go. You know one thing you know about your bro? I'm never ever gonna put you in no trick bag like this. Here you go, bro.
Then she said, oh, the audio he had you play with me did not say I was debunking anything. It was just us planning our call. Please understand that if
Come on, them planning to try to cover it up. Act, what I just sent you?
Okay.
See, I already know what people gonna do is say. If the call ain't real, why you crying about it? What you got in front of you, Act?
Well, I ain't get it yet. Did it say delivered?
Yeah, it's there. Wait. It's still going through.
Okay.
Yeah. It's supposed to go to work, bro.
Yeah, no, so I read it and it made me feel like she was saying.
Listen, one thing about me, the bitch is a prostitute, a manipulative prostitute.
It's easy to think it would never happen to me. Every year, boaters are injured or even killed when their outboard strikes an underwater object like a stump or a log. Get your leash from PrecisionSonar.com.
You like that, Enzo? I see you barking, boy. I got you 3 in a row. Now we're good. Yes, sir. I see you.
I'm very fluent in Pacer. This is the representing an appearing attorney for, let me see, defendant Tremaine Ashley Williams, which is known as Loose Cannon. There is a...
Look at the phone number,
It's Michael M. Levin. I do have a phone over here.
baby.
How could I go?
Okay, now, scroll and look at the FaceTime and look at the phone number on the screen while the conversation's happening. She's a dingback bitch. Come on, my nigga. Go back. You tell me. Fuck out of here.
All right, so
Line the numbers up.
it's rolling. I'm gonna.
Okay, hold on.
So I thought about it, right?
Wait, I'm trying to find the thing. Oh, you send it again? Just send it to me again. Okay.
That didn't go through?
No, it's just as a recording. It's just as I can't.
Look at the number on the phone.
No, so it's a recording. So it's like a MP3. It's not like a screen recording. It's this.
Look at the number on the phone. Press play.
You know, I can't verify it that way. Just because it's just an audio recording. It's not a screen like, hey.
Yo, bro, you don't see the number on the phone?
Where?
Ain't no way you that blind, bro.
Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, you sent me more shit. Okay. Okay.
I feel a little more comfortable coming in. Look at the number on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So see the number on the phone, look at the number on that sheet.
Cut and dry straight, just like that. Basically, I would come in, I give you the information, and you would never have to see me again.
The attorney references Loose Cannon by his real name himself. And the attorney also, on the whole recording,
Little 4 band.
also let you know, yes, I was sent the motherfucking footage without the audio. There's no footage with audio. Dude just played them to make them identify that these rat motherfuckers sent him the footage. You see the number on the screen? While he talking to him? Is that the same number?
Cross-reference, yeah.
You ain't built this shit.
Whack. And again, oh, by the way, whack. I sent Brick Baby's lady 5K. Okay? That's my only contribution.
That's your business, bro. Okay. You called it out. You ain't got to clip me to do that type of shit. My whole thing is.
No, whack. I'm only at. So I said that to say. Like, I feel bad for Sharice and I feel bad for Loops.
Hey, yo, hey. Them people owe me money.
They owe you money? Wait, how do they owe you money?
Respecting my wife. The bitch didn't threaten to call the police. Hey, bro, I'm not finna do no back and forth. Cause like you said, as you know, if all you gotta do is say it a half a time and that's it. Them people ain't nobody, bro. You seen they work little dirt, they playing games, manipulating people. Let them people go their way and do what they do, bro. They don't need to listen. I ain't nobody, right? So that means everything I turned on, tell them go turn their own shit on. Go do your own thing. Hey, Camille. At the end of the day, we gotta stand for something, bro. That's it. That bitch don't got no say so on what I talk about, who I talk to, and bitch, you come to me.
Wait.
Hey, yo, act. You can't look at me.
Yeah, I feel bad.
I don't feel bad for nothing. Fuck that fat, funky bitch.
On live stream.
Hey, homies. Dude in there whooping, he's a dummy. Police ass nigga. This nigga on the bed phone talking about what he gonna do to somebody. How dumb could you be?
You know what it is, chat?
Dirk, tell Dirk, Act wanna talk to you, telling you, hey, Dirk wanna talk.
The weed is too Zaza, chat. This shit got a nigga higher.
He comes up in the court, he hot as a firecracker. But at the end of the day, bro,
what's that, your friend?
He was never my friend, Act. I knew it was a play day one. I guess, I got a bag out the nigga, and when he started going bad, I seen it coming. You know me, ain't nothing dumb about me. Nothing is dumb about me. There's all kind of shit I know that I ain't really exposed yet, but it's coming. Trust me, the worst is yet to come. This call right here with his attorney that them dudes made, and his attorney exposing that yes, they did give me the fucking money Mike murdered audio tape, and yes, when we turn it in, it'll be like Jermaine's the one giving the information.
When his fingers split and the ball sinks, it's over.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
She ain't nobody.
You're right.
Ain't nobody. Bitch come up with no platform lying.
You introduced us to them.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, exactly. It's just like, nigga, if it's a motherfucker on your end and they violate, I'm letting nigga know any nigga if you come to Act, any of my team, and you ball pro, the chick is up. I don't give a straight up. This nigga think he's bigger than the program. He ain't bigger than the program. The nigga got Dirk. There ain't no telling what's going through Dirk here. You see what they text me? Nigga, bro, you know if Dirk wanted to talk academic, what the fuck you know Dirk could go through anybody?
I love my baby when she is on it. Even though she probably frail on it. I don't want to speak on it. I like my bed with clean sheets on it. Even though she probably freak on it. Yeah, lay on top, she gon' sleep on it.